In this video, you'll explore working with layers by first creating and naming layers in the Layers panel. Then you'll move content from one layer to another. Finally, you'll learn how to easily find content in the Layers panel. To follow along, you can open this practice file from the downloadable practice files for this tutorial. With a file open, choose View, Fit All in Window so you can see everything. This postcard has 2 artboards or pages with artwork on each. Since the document already has some artwork and there will be more added, it makes sense to start to organize the content. You can organize the content with layers in the Layers panel to make selection easier, temporarily hide content so you can focus on other artwork, lock content, and more. The first thing you'll do is open the Layers panel so you can see the layers. Choose Window, Layers. In the Layers panel that opens, you can see that there's one layer that contains all of the content for both artboards. You'll organize the artwork by putting the content for each artboard on a separate layer. So one layer for the front of the postcard and another for the back of the postcard. Double-click the layer name, Layer 1, and change it to Back. Then press Enter Return to make the change. To make a new layer, click the Create New Layer button at the bottom of the Layers panel. A new layer is added above the selected layer, which is the back layer. Double-click the new layer name and change it to Front. Then press Enter Return to make that change. With the layers created, you'll now move some of the content to the new layer named Front. With the Selection tool selected in the Tools panel on the left, drag across all of the artwork on the artboard to the left as selected. Each layer has an assigned color. You can see the blue color for the back layer in the Layers panel. You can tell that all of the selected artwork is on the back layer because it has a blue color on the bounding box surrounding it, which matches the color of the layer. Also, in the Layers panel, this blue square on the back layer tells you that the selected content is on this layer. That's called a selection indicator. To move the content from the back layer to the front layer, drag that little blue square straight up to the front layer. When a red box appears, release the mouse button. You can see that the color associated with the selected content is now red, which is the color of the front layer. Click the eye icon for the front layer to hide the content on that layer. You should see that the content on the left-hand artboard is now hidden. Click the blank area where the eye icon was to show the content on that front layer again. Now that the layers are created and the content is on the correct layers, you'll learn how to find content in the Layers panel, maybe to hide that content or see how it's organized in relation to other content. Click to select this green background rectangle on the left artboard. Then in the Layers panel, click the Locate Object button at the bottom of the panel. The content on the front layer is now showing in the panel. This is a great way to see the object you selected in the Layers panel and be able to tell where it is in the stacking order. In other words, if it's on top of other artwork, or in this case, since it's at the bottom of the layer, behind all of the other content on the layer. By showing all of the content on a layer, you can also do things like hide one object on a layer instead of the whole layer by clicking the eye icon for that single object. Click the arrow to hide the front layer content. That way you keep the Layers panel a little neater so you can easily see all of the layers. To deselect the green rectangle, choose Select, Deselect. Now you know how to manage content in your document using layers in the Layers panel. Now you can better organize your artwork in a way that makes sense to you in your documents. Save a copy of this file by choosing File, Save As. Make sure you change the name, that way you don't overwrite the original practice file.